Hi, this is Shane Starr, and today I am kicking off a two-part series on New Year's resolutions. Part one will be about New Year's resolutions in general and how to best go about doing them. And then part two tomorrow will be a personal exploration and demonstration of how this looks in real life. So let's get started. So New Year's resolutions, there's a long history of them. Um, it goes all the way back to the Babylonians and the Romans. There are recorded um, historical documents attesting to people making, decisions to improve themselves and be better, and they always come around the beginning of whatever new year is being celebrated. It went from Babylonians, Romans, medieval Christianity. It was really big, and it's failed for a number of different reasons. We'll get into that shortly, but I think there are different approaches that can be broken down into three main categories. Um, some people make New Year's resolutions every year. Every year, it's like New Year, New Me kind of thing. And that's fun, but after 2 or 3 weeks, or in some cases 2 or 3 days, it the person runs out of steam and the resolutions kind of go away. Um, Another way to look at it, and this is common, I find this, it's anecdotal, but Enneagram 8 people are always against New Year's resolutions. I don't know why, but they always say something along the lines of, if if it's something you should do, just start doing it now. Why wait till the new year? Why make a resolution at all? And I can appreciate that, but that's not the approach I personally take, and that's not the approach I'm going to demonstrate in these videos. But I have to acknowledge there is some merit to taking that approach, and I do incorporate that into my own personal way of going about it. So that leaves us with my approach, and that's a midpoint between these two extremes of new year, new me versus if it's worth doing, just do it now without a resolution. So how does this work? And I think to keep in the framework of a typology theme, I think of trying to be the best of whatever type or types, if we're talking about multi-systems, whatever types that you are, think of your best characteristics. That's what to really put on the front line, and also your worst characteristics, what you need to work on most. The way I think of this is in the same fashion as the Enneagram 8s I spoke about. For me, resolutions are always a work in progress. It's not like some brand new thing. I mean, in some cases it might be, in terms like if you're getting married or a religious conversion or something like that, there might be something new introduced to the mix. But in large part, it's always a work in progress. And I think Easter is a good time for me to review what my resolutions were and where I'm at with those resolutions in terms of making any necessary adjustments or additions, or in some cases subtractions. Okay, so this starts with reviewing what you did the year before, because if it is ongoing, that's something you've already done. And I think in terms of education and in real life, we don't review enough. We're always off to the next thing, forgetting what went well and what didn't go well last time. So step one is reviewing last year. What did I do well according to plan? What did I fail or sort of get but not quite? Next, you'll want to think of a general theme, something that, if you can't explain the complexities and workings of your New Year's resolutions to a kid, then probably they're too complex or convoluted, and they're not going to make much sense to you or others later. So you want a general theme, and I'll share my personal one with you tomorrow, but something in quotes 2025, something that, so that if you forget all the little details of your resolutions, you have that one main thing going on, that you can always come back to. And then from there, you break it down into specific areas. You might, a little sneak peek for me, I have personal, family, social resolutions. That's something I really need to work on. I have work resolutions. I start off with religion resolutions. I have my social media resolutions. So I have different areas of my life and a main theme encompassing each of those, and then I can kind of turn the page both figuratively and literally and find details that go with that. Okay. So we have a general theme, specific touch points or areas, think maybe 4 to 6 of those, and then you have specifics for each of those 4 to 6 points. So it's really organized, right? You have the general, specific, and then ultra specific. And the result is an easy to remember system that you can kind of zoom in and out of as you need. Some things that are going smooth, you don't need to revisit them much. Something else, like I mentioned for me with family and social issues, I don't seem to put enough energy and effort into those, and it has hurt me in the past. I just need to generate first an interest and improving that area of my life, and then actually do the thing. Other things just kind of work like clockwork. Like my professional life seems to go pretty well without a lot of extraneous effort, but sometimes it's necessary. So it's like juggling. You might be focused on one thing more than the others, and then your focus slightly shifts given the circumstances of your environment. But what you want is a continuous flow that you can check your progress in the direction of self-improvement, and give each particular aspect of your resolutions varying degrees of attention as needed. So that's it. To sum up, 3 main ways to approach resolutions: either do them all the time and forget about them, or never make them and always be on it for self-improvement, or what I've chosen is a midpoint between those extremes, where you create a working system that is up for review at either specific pre-planned times or a time of your choosing, and that has a general theme with maybe 4 to 6, or we can even make it say 4 to 8 topics. And each of those topics have elements within them that are the specifics of your goal setting for the year. Okay, and I'm going to demonstrate how this works in real life tomorrow. And what your approach looks like will probably depend on what your MBTI type or Enneagram type is. If you are a 1, as I'm a self-typed 1, I'm going to be very detailed and specific, very structured, probably rigid for some people. And if you're, say, an Enneagram 7, you won't even have to write it down. You'll jot down a few notes and get it in your head, and then you're just off to the races. And different numbers will be varying, combinations or similarities to either of those extremes, and likewise for MBTI types. Anyway, that's it. I wanted to keep this under 10 minutes. Tomorrow will be fun. I'm going to give you an inside look at my personal life and show you my theme, my highlighted aspects of my resolutions, and then we'll get into some particulars as well. That's it. All for today. Peace out.